Hi there, and welcome back to the Cult of Cinema. We're here for another blind ranking day. It's another very special blind ranking because it's a double blind. There's one of two choices that Matty is going to have. So I'm here with Matty K from the All You Need Is Sleaze, which we're going to talk about a little bit more as we do this. This is going to be intriguing. See, he doesn't know what the films are that he's going to rank. It'll be 20 films, ranked from number one being the best to 20 being the bottom of that list. May not be bad, it'll just be at the bottom of the list. He'll get these films one at a time. He'll have to give each one of these ranking. You won't be to switch it up. So if he chooses number 7, you can't choose number 7 again. If he chooses number 1, and then a movie comes later on that's a better one for number 1, that number 1 spot is gone. You got to think a bit ahead. It's like 3D chess, and we'll have a nice conversation along the way. So with that being said, let's get started. Welcome to the Cult of Cinema Blind Rank. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I can be.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you the two categories, and you have no idea what they are, just so people know. I love this because I'm a cruel and malevolent person. Okay, no, and this is your choices right now. So modern day slasher films or Blumhouse.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with modern slashers.
Modern slashers?
Yeah,
You probably made a good choice there because we chose some different stuff for Blumhouse. People
okay.
expected the Halloween movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think we discussed, or at least you discussed a lot of the Halloween movies previously.
The Halloween movies. Detail. Trust me, that wouldn't have, because I just did them. They didn't make it to the Blumhouse list. But with that being said, I want to make sure I hit on the right one. And
yeah. Just a side note, we just watched Jason Blum on Shark Tank, my wife and I.
Oh, did you really? I did not.
Yeah, it was really kind of cool. They had like a haunted house guy, and was one of the products. So yeah, definitely want to check out
Jason Blum's Funko. So I really do. Let's see if this is the right one. If not, we'll hit on the other one. Nope, this is the Blumhouse one. So let's go to. And there we go. We're starting it right away with the re-envisioning sequel, The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Well, I really like this movie. I think it was, I want to say it improves upon, but it definitely, is a great continuation and like kind of requel, if you will, of the original. So out of 20, let's put this at a 7.
7. I actually agree. It's a really good film. I will be honest, I did not expect it to be.
Same. Even after hearing that people liked it, I was still a little bit cautious, but that was really not warranted.
Well, people like Black Christmas 2006, so I was very cautious. And with that being said,
okay, let's put that at 3. Your next is real good.
I love the film now, but the first time I saw it, I hated it. And I'll tell you why. That is the most unlikable family in the world. Great final girl, man.
Oh, it's like, yeah. And I mean, you could put her up against whatever they did with like Laurie Strode, like the evolution of her character. If you just pit character against character, and she would hold her own. I think she would definitely hold her own.
I kind of wish they'd do more with her, and I kind of wish they wouldn't at the same time.
Yeah. And the masks too, I'll say that. The like creepy like animal masks. All right. I haven't made my way to this dude bro party yet, but I'll put it at 12. 15. 15.
15. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Zoran is going to like that, but
Well, you know what? I've seen some people, some of my friends like watch it, but I haven't heard much in the form of discourse on it. So I
have you seen it?
really, if it was real good, they'd be talking about it, I feel. So
It's fun. It's cheesy fun. Now, speaking of which, so you do the you do the all we need is sleaze like Discord, so you can find
yeah.
it on the through Instagram, and like everything links up from
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Want to give me a little bit of information on it? Want to so that people know about it?
Well, we do a lot of movie chat, music chat. We do some screenings. There's some watch-alongs that we participate in. Currently, I'm curating a bi-weekly film noir series, which I just double up two film noir movies. Right now, I'm kind of doing a little. Sorry to turn around. But right now, I'm doing a little experiment. My wife got me some postcards for a gift, a couple years ago, and I'm finally getting to watch the movies on them. So this
Ah,
is my last double. So we had City That Never Sleeps. I'm not getting it right, and Danger Is My Beat.
ah.
Um, yeah, I mean, City That Never Sleeps. It was I think was better, but
You almost got a noir like blind ranking choice here, but I wasn't finished it. Just so you know.
no way. Hey, I mean, I think when I was talking with the sleaze merchant, who is the head of All We Need Is Sleaze, when we were talking about just programming the series, like we're not particularly like huge fans of noir, but we want to watch them. They're just interesting movies. So yeah, I think I would fare pretty well in the ranking. I don't know if I don't know if I could determine a clear number one. That might be a little
Well,
difficult.
out of the past, hands down.
Out of the Past is good. Yeah, we did watch that one not that long ago with Angel Eyes.
Oh, nice. All right. The Strangers Pray at Night. The
All
Strangers may
right.
not be a slasher film per se, but The Strangers Pray at Night very
Yeah.
much is.
I just picked this one up on Blu-ray, but haven't popped it in yet.
Oh, you serious?
I just haven't made it my way to it. I'd like the original. I heard this one was good, so let's put this at 11.
If you like 80s slasher films, then you are going to love this because it is pretty much a sequel, sort of. It's more like a homage to the 80s slasher genre.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Oh, by the way, the $1.25. I bought this one at Dollar Tree
Are you
on Blu-ray.
serious?
Oh yeah.
I am jelly because that is expensive here. Get a Netflix one.
All right.
And I decided to choose part one, 1994.
Unfortunately, I haven't made my way to the Fear Street movies, but I'm the like exception in the house because my family have watched through these. So I'm comfortable to put that at a 12.
I mean, it is. This has got the goriest kill in all of them. I think because this is 1994. It's one. If you're a gore fan, it's one of my favorite kills.
Like we have a new phone plan that includes Netflix indefinitely, and I don't really watch much on there, so I'm think this is going to be one I'm getting to somewhat soon.
Which leads me to another question. I'm going to ask you. And recently, I've been watching like Serial at Midnight, and he's put on some really good like videos, kind of like championing like movie collecting.
Oh yeah.
And he just recently did a video on the digital aspect of it as well. Uh, where do you sit on the fence of like if you can't get a movie physically and it doesn't look like it's coming for a while, would you digitally get it? Is it something do you have or would you curate a digital collection along with the physical collection?
I must admit, like a lot of times you get the digital like option on Blu-ray, and I don't. Not that I wouldn't, I just don't get to it. I kind of already feel like a sense of completion once I get the Blu-ray. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I'm not against it at all. I just don't spend much time doing that or looking into it. But I will say, we've talked about this before, at least in chat, like on one of your live streams. But I had to go out and buy a copy of Oh Lucky Man, the middle film in
Great
the
movie.
Mick Travis trilogy, because I love those films, and that movie needs a Blu-ray immediately.
It does.
um, but yeah, I bought that on Amazon Prime because I just wanted to own them. I just wanted to be able to watch them at any time. So that's the one I
It's
have so far, or at least one of them.
I gotta say, like for me, I usually just give away my or forget about my digital codes. However, I do have some movies that I know I can't get physically that I still have like a because they're only digital. But I hope and pray that they get physical releases.
Off the top of your head, what's your biggest like one of those that you want to convert to
God,
to disc?
that would get into like how I got it. But no, in all seriousness, there's a few. A lot of them have come out. Like I remember when I got Superboy, and it hadn't come out on One Archives yet, and like two seasons, two, three, and four. Only season one had.
Yeah,
So I say just for like a wide like media release, I know you can buy it, but I would love to see like Superboy the series hit the stores as opposed to just being able to buy it through Warner Archives on through an Amazon store online.
yeah.
That's probably one of my highest because I have everything else Superman. But if it's something that has been out at all, uh, I'm not quite sure. That's a good question. Like putting it back on me. Do you have anything?
I mean, other than Oh Lucky Man, I gotta go with the Bogdanovich movie. They All Laughed. Needs a
Oh,
Blu-ray.
that's a good
I
one.
want it badly. I've watched it on YouTube. Um, but I'd rather pay a company money for a nice limited edition Blu-ray, or a 4K combo so I can save it for later. That's fine. I'll take that.
That's actually a good idea for video sometimes. Actually, look at some stuff that hasn't come out because there's so much of it and we don't realize.
Yeah.
How about Haunt, by the way? That's next on the
Haunt.
list.
Oh man, I know I saw Haunt, but I just it yeah, I'm like blanking on, the masks kind of look similar, but I'm kind of blanking on the movie itself, so I really can't rank it high, but I do remember liking it. So I still have 10 open, so I'll put it right there.
All right, I'm actually surprised. Like that you ranked that high. To be honest with you, not that it's a bad movie. It's just I'll agree. I really liked this movie when I saw it. I can't remember a thing about it right
Yeah.
now.
And I'm kind of confusing it with another one called I can't remember. It's got Omar Epps in it. It's like a Halloween set slasher, but I just can't remember the name
I
off the
remember.
top of my head.
Do you remember Trick? I'm not sure if Trick's on her or not. This is one of my favorites here.
I
Final.
I do love Final Girls. I think I'd be comfortable putting that at 6.
All right.
I had real fun with this, and we've talked about this before, but it's got that I'm a fan of Ralph Garman's. He used to be on. He's been in movies, but he used to be on K Rock. He has his own podcast, and Adam Devine in this movie is like his doppelganger. It's like it's like
It
his
is.
kid or something. I don't even know how to explain it.
There's genius sequences in this. I think one of my favorites is when they actually have the words on the screen, like that you can actually trip up in because they're like objects when they're
Yeah,
showing
that
like that.
I mean, it's definitely like puts it in more of the comedy horror, but that it kind of works, like you said, have them tripping over things, or like one of the some of the characters have like very tropes, like the jock trope, or and they kind of play a lot with those with those types of sensibilities. So yeah, it's definitely enjoyable.
The girl that has to be slutty,
Yeah.
she just can't help it.
Whew.
All right, so made for
Um.
territory.
Yeah, I don't know what my number one's gonna be, but let's put that at 2.
All
Yeah,
right,
X
so
is really good.
X is fantastic. I'm a massive fan. Who doesn't have a crush on Mia Goth after like this and Pearl, right?
Right? And she's gonna be the new bride too, so the Bride of Frankenstein.
She is. She's the one of the her and Jenna Ortega. They're the it girls right now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Uh,
All right, you might be the killer. Do you
you
remember
know,
this one?
Just based on who's in it, I'd like to see it, but I have not seen this one.
Oh, you haven't seen this one?
I have not. No, I'm marking the ones I haven't seen so I could get to them. But yeah, no, I have not seen You Might Be the Killer.
It's a
Just
funny, gory film. Alison Hannigan and
well, my bottom of my list is a little bare, so I'll put that at 16 just because I haven't heard of it. But I don't want to put it on the bottom because the title is like really cool.
it is basically the concept. I'm gonna tell you too much. Is a guy wakes up after this like massacre thing has happened at this camp that he's at, and he calls his friend Alison Hannigan, and as he starts explaining what happens, like she says, "I, I'm running after like there's a killer here somewhere," and he's like, "Are you sure you're not the killer?" As he like, I'm full of blood, and like
Hmm,
it's really interesting. It's a very
that
fun film.
sounds cool. And if Willow's the friend in it, that seems great. She's good at
And a
being
big
a
part
friend.
too, not a small part.
Oh, that's even better.
We hit another, not a remake, but a kind of a legacy sequel, I guess we'll call this.
Yeah. Hmm.
Have you seen it?
I have not. I got some homework to do apparently. um yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna rank this with my enjoyment of the original, so I would put that at 13.
All right. It's a funny film. Um, it does it again. It has the gore stuff in it, but it's a sequel, not a remake,
Well, that's
and
always
it
good.
twists it a bit in that there's a big twist at the end, which I won't give away. But there's a camp with there's a cabin with girls, there's a cabin with guys, and the guys are kind of acting almost in a way that like you would stereotypically expect the girls in because they have like their own like pillow fight. So it's just so it is so fun.
Yeah, it looks like it's also directed by a woman like the original, so I'm for that too.
Oh yeah, they have to keep that with it's kind of the trope for this one too.
Oh yeah, Bloodfest. Darn,
Yeah.
this is another one I'm stumping on.
I'll be honest, I can't tell you anything because I saw this one too, and I used to get it and Haunt confused for some reason.
Well, okay, if you get it and Haunt confused, and I kind of don't remember Haunt, then I guess I'll put that at 17.
That's a safe one.
I'm a little bit I'll say at this point I'm a little bit like worried that you're gonna want me with like a really like either a really good one or something like this. Can you just tell me what year? Because the poster's kind of
Mhm.
this is the newer one, right?
It's the 2019 edition
Okay.
with Imogen Poots.
I'm putting this at 18. Um, I am not saying I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I just don't know why we had to take a third swing
I think
automatically, unfortunately, even if it's good or not.
like this is not great. It's a step above the 2006 one.
Okay.
Uh, at least it's well constructed. Though I do think that the message that they try to go for is a bit mixed as opposed to what they actually do. Because it's like to skirt a bit of controversy here. if it's a if it's a film that's supposed to be like on the whole like toxic masculinity thing,
Right.
then to spoil a movie, if you skip this over this part, guys, don't spoil it for you. Uh, they give them an out in it being kind of supernatural, kind of takes away from the point of the point of the film. Because if it is that it's supposed, if that is what the director was going for, then it does it. But then it says, oh, but wait, no, it's because of this. You know,
Yeah.
so that kind of takes away the whole like, do you? So
It's
you,
like it's giving like plot armor or something, just putting something in there, right? Like, oh, okay, well,
yeah, and then it's like,
thanks.
which makes me surprised that certain people actually didn't like it.
Oh man. All right. Well, if Ready or Not's coming up now, what's going to be number one? I still have the number one spot open, but I don't know if I'm comfortable putting Ready or Not to be number one.
You got
Although I
one?
do like it a lot.
Do you want to know the numbers you got opened?
I'm keeping track.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm writing my own list over here too. So I got 1, 4, 5, 7, or 8, 9, and I mean, depending on what you have left, that could easily slot into any of those spots. I wouldn't put it in the back half of the list at all. Let's go 5.
5. All right.
If I'm going in blind, Ready or Not 5 sounds pretty good.
It is such a good movie.
Samara Weaving's like just unstoppable. I just like to watch anything that she's in, really, and the rest of the cast is amazing.
There, it is incredible.
All right, now the Furies has been on my list, but this is yet another one I haven't gotten to yet. Based on poster, I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know what's going on behind her. If I I don't know what that is. I've sight unseen. I'll put it at 14.
14. So you haven't seen the Furies yet?
Have not seen the Furies, but I don't know what's going on behind her in the poster. I like the axe,
I
but I
don't know if
don't
they
know
would
what
put it as by.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at behind her. I think I've seen this one. Is that who is that?
That is, gosh, she's an Australian actress. The weird thing is, we're almost at the end of this, and I still have like 6 spots left.
I have
Um,
6. Yeah.
there's something. So I feel like there's something missing here. Let me just
Okay.
pause this for a second, guys. We're still here. You guys won't notice that we're paused, but I will. So before we go any farther, before you rank the loved ones, I have to say, I totally did not mess up and have to go in and add some extra stuff while we were paused, which people don't realize.
Not at
But
all.
we'll just say that that didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I was actually going to say that. Great minds think alike. All right, the loved ones. Have you seen this?
Unfortunately, I have not, but it's got a drill like the Slumber Party Massacre, so it's in this. I'm kind of liking that. Like a
It's
little drill.
it's got a great song too. Am I pretty enough?
Oh,
Which is a great like earworm of a song. Much like You're Next, right? What you hear that the Dwight Tilly song at the beginning of You're Next. Uh,
hmm.
this one has like another one of those that's kind of like
Now I
you
got to
remember
rewatch your next for the song.
you remember the song?
um,
The Magic in Your Eyes.
not no, I don't. But I remember the movie, so that was good.
Sadly, I can't play it because of copyright issues, but I would
Uh,
play both these songs on.
I'll look it up after. Yeah, no worries.
But you still have to rank the loved ones.
All right. Well, the loved ones. I mean, it's spots are getting filled up pretty good here. Um, but if I ranked Haunt a little bit too high, I could rank this one higher. But I still have my 2 bottom
And you don't know how to put
spots
there either.
still.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll put the love. It's got a drill, but okay. I got to put it at 19.
Okay.
I'm. It's still one I haven't seen, but my thinking is I can't put that drill above the Slumber Party Massacre drill. It's just not. It's just like a downgrade. You know what I mean, as far as the drill is concerned. So,
Silent.
yeah. Okay. Man, where's this one gonna go? I can't put it at 20, so I only have 20 left on my back half.
Yeah.
So I know it's not going there because I do enjoy this movie. I think Jamie King's really like solid, like main character. I like Donald Logue. He kind of comes in. It's kind of like the goofball he usually is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like and Malcolm McDowell's like solid in this movie too.
It's
I
a
think
fun
he
list.
plays. Isn't he the sheriff, and then she's like the deputy?
Yeah, like basically because her dad used to be the sheriff at one point,
Okay,
and
yeah.
so it's all kinds of like, and it's sort of based on it's inspired by a true story.
Is it
It really is.
awesome? Yeah, I really like this movie. I watched it last year for the first time. So, um, yeah, I don't know what's left, but I'm comfortable putting this at let's put this at 8.
All right,
Yeah, let's put this at 8.
I agree with that. It's actually a very fun one.
Yeah. I've been trying the last couple of years to go through some of my unseen like like Christmas horror, and that was definitely one of the slots last season that or last December that I really enjoyed. So,
So
all right. Oh, this is the freshest. This is the probably the movie I've seen the most recent, Wolf Creek 2. This is also based on a true story, like
yeah,
poster can tell you. I really liked it. From what I remember, it wasn't. It's been a while since I've seen the first one. But like my memory of the first one, and then just watching this one, they're kind of like at the same, enjoyable. I really like Jeff Jarrett, which is weird to say because I always think of
yeah.
swinging guitars when I think of Jeff Jarrett. Um, let's put this at 4. I'm comfortable with 4 on this one.
The crazy part is that actor was a massive, like, kind of like big sex symbol back in the day. You wouldn't imagine it now, but he was. He's like, if you go back and watch, oh God, what's the name of the movie? It's in one of my kind of an Australian version, kind of like the Shining type thing.
Yeah.
I want to put in something newish, and here's a Christmas one.
Well, this is good. So I wouldn't put this above Silent Night.
No,
I don't think it belongs on the bottom. So I think 9 is good because it's going to be right under Silent Night. I think okay. A lot of people complain about the overuse of like swears in this movie. They're like they likened it to Rob Zombie as a slight. I don't have a problem with that. When I talk to my sister, or one of them, we lay out F and S bombs all left and right. It doesn't even matter. So, but I solid kills. It's almost what else can you do with a killer Santa? Make him a robot. Like I'm up for it. I'm for it. So yeah, definitely number 9 on this one.
I think this is something that I was iffy on when I watched it, because my biggest like gripe was the characters were super unlikable, and not in the fun way. But
See that?
it's one where I think that if they did a sequel, I think you could only improve.
Yeah.
But that being said, it was a fun watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. The kills are great. They got a nice little like car chase, like a little nice car part that I liked. I really liked the kill that happens in the store with the couple in the store.
Oh yeah,
I thought that sequence was really good. I think that might have been my favorite of the movie, but okay, we only have 2 left. So
yes, and surprisingly, which really surprising, you've left 1 and 20.
I have 1 and 20. So you're either gonna show me something I really like or I don't.
Terrifier 2.
All right. Well, I mean, hopefully the next one isn't really bad because I thought Terrifier 2 you can't put Terrifier 2 at 20 on this list. So I'm gonna have to put it at number 1 just because I have that open. Now, if the next one
I'm gonna
is something
say
I might enjoy better,
that is ballsy, because I'm not gonna lie,
would
Terrifier
you put
2.
it at 20? If you had 20 and 1 available, would you put it at 20?
I don't know, man. This is hard. I don't think I put it 20, but 20 and 1 is like, this is an okay film.
It's
I
not
do think
bad.
it's an overrated film, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do think that people like were all out on like like the guy that plays Terrifier is fantastic. The lead
Oh yeah.
actress is super hot. And she does good for what she gets. But man, does this film go on too long.
Now, I might be confusing the first Terrifier with the second one, but is this the one with the guy is upside down, or her friend is upside down, or is that the
That's the
first
first one. This is with
one? Okay.
clown purgatory. What's what some people say is purgatory, with like the weird kind of the birthing sequence and the
Oh yeah, and oh, is this the one that has like does he have like a little like invisible or like imaginary friend in this one?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm comfortable with one, even I mean, even above some of the ones I wouldn't put it in. Okay, this is the movie I couldn't think of.
So
um, yeah, like I don't know if it belongs on the bottom, but I just didn't like it that much. Even with the cast, Tom Atkins, Tom Atkins is in this movie, but yeah, it just wasn't hitting it that good. So I guess like I guess like I again, I personally I wouldn't rank it if it was unblind. I wouldn't rank it on the bottom, but I'm definitely comfortable with the way this worked out with the last two picks at least.
so let's go over your list real quick here. So in number 20 spot is Trick. I actually do like Trick. That was it was a bit of a
I
it's
give it
not
a 3 out
perfect,
of 5. It's
but
not
it's
bad.
like it was a nice surprise.
Yeah,
Uh,
hey, I bought it for $1 at Dollar Tree, so it definitely was worth the dollar.
worth the dollar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Loved Ones, which would have been in my top 10, if not top 5, but you haven't seen it, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Black Christmas 2019. Honestly, that probably would have been the top 15 for me because I think it's underrated. Although I did like say, okay, this is an issue that I have with it. There's certain aspects of it that I think are really, really good. It's got a good cast, and
Okay.
they don't waste the cast as much as they do with 2006. And like I
I'll
like
put that.
2006, but the killers ruined it for 2006.
Well, the 2006 is definitely the more fresher up here, so I might have to rewatch that one.
Bloodfest is in 17th spot, which neither of us remember. You might be the killer or something. I think that you'll rank higher once you see it.
Okay.
Dude, Bro Party Massacre 3 is a personal fave of mine. I know that Zoran from Dead Meat, his friends made this film, and
Oh,
this
nice.
was hilarious because there is no Dude, Bro Party Massacre 1 or 2. It's just
Right.
it's part of the joke. The Furies, which is a fun film actually. I wouldn't say fun. It's a good watch. At number 14, Slumber Party Massacre, which you still got to see at number 13. This again, it's comedic and it's a bit fun. I think you'd probably rank that a little bit lower, but I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
Fear Night, 1994, I think is a good start to that trilogy of films. And that death at the end, you're definitely gonna. If you like gore, you're gonna love that death at
How
the end.
did they didn't go in chronological order with them?
No, they like basically so 1994 because that's when it all. I think it all like they do like because it goes
Like the
back
Fear
in time.
Street book?
It ends in the 80s, I think.
Okay.
Uh, because they do different like no it ends in 1700s, so it's like 1994, then it goes to the 80s, then it goes back to like the time the witch trial like
Okay.
1880.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like 1666 or something like
Yeah,
that.
I can never remember the numbers on those. At a number 11 we got The Strangers Pray at Night. There's a new Strangers trilogy coming out. Are you excited for that?
To be honest, there's a new trilogy coming out.
Oh,
So they
they're
didn't
all three were
even
filmed back to back.
all three?
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit skeptical on that. I'll be honest. If they're making 3 films back to back to back and it's
Yeah.
not Dune or something like that.
Oh, here's the thing though. Now, did you ever watch Riverdale?
I watched the first like 3 seasons.
Madeline Petch is apparently starring in that. So
Remind me, is that the is
Cheryl
that the
Blossom.
redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay. That
to me,
you already bought my ticket then.
yeah. Because everybody's,
Yeah,
she is so gorgeous.
that's definitely yeah. Yeah. That
Haunt, which you did not remember, is number 10.
No, I definitely watched it. I just don't remember
So,
it.
Christmas, Bloody Christmas. That's the one that blew my mind that you put up so high. But it came in late, so I understand.
Yes, it came in late, and I only had like 2 left,
But
one or 2 left on the
it's
bottoms.
like Trick is better. And the Trick's not very great.
Now I
Have
have to
you?
rewatch Han. 'Cause, I
No,
mean,
yeah.
obviously, if I didn't, yeah, maybe I should have put it lower. I wasn't sure what to anticipate with this list.
So at number 8, we got Silent Night, which I think you put at a good spot. Actually, that's a
Yeah,
decent film.
that's a good movie.
10, The Dreaded Sundown was your start, and I think 7 is a fantastic spot when it comes to that. We got Final Girls at number 6. Again, great. That's a top 5 for me, but again, it's hard with this list.
Yeah.
5 is Ready or Not, which I'm Canadian, so whenever I hear that name, I always think of it the TV show from Canada. But I love Ready or Not. In fourth spot is Wolf Creek 2, which I think probably would have been lower if you in my, but it's still good. It's not as good as Wolf Creek.
I don't know, man. I mean, yes, it's. I think it's a little high for this list for sure. But the opening scene is great.
It is
Like the
great.
opening sequence is great,
Yeah.
and then the scene, to relieve spoilers, the scene where maybe the main character gets taken to a second location. That sequence is pretty good too. So just basing it on that, I think it was pretty good. And yeah, and it's I mean, it's got, I don't want to spoil anymore, but yeah, it's got some
Now the
choices.
next two, both in my opinion, could have been number one like contenders.
Agree.
So number 3, you got Your Next, could easily hit number 1. But I think for me would have probably been number 1. If it might have been the Loved Ones actually for me, but if it wasn't, it would have been what you got as number 2, and
Yeah.
that's X. Just an utterly fantastic film, and probably one of the best modern slashers, and just overall films setting up like what may be one of the best trilogies in a long time.
Yeah,
So
and, we were talking about Mia Goth. Can I just say real quick? Isn't Martin Henderson? Isn't he the director? Can't remember if I got the right name or not.
for X,
Yeah, for X.
Ty West is doing the trilogy.
Well, Ty West, but like as an actor, like the guy that's the director.
Oh, okay,
I think
yeah,
that's Martin Henderson.
I think so. I'd have to go
Well,
back.
I'll say he's usually, for me, he's like usually like, I wouldn't say solid, but milk toast. And in that, he's not an X.
He's
I,
good.
I mean, Jenna Ortega obviously is great in it, and Brittany Snow is excellent. So yeah, yeah. But
And
he turns a performance I haven't seen from him. So I definitely wanted to at least shout that out a little bit.
the right actor, the right director, that's the thing, man. Get you working together.
Oh yeah.
And with number 1, which is going to be happy for a lot of people, is Terrifier 2, which a lot of people have taken on as being like the new darling. How do you feel about Terrifier 2 being the one that having a sequel coming out very soon, and it's a Christmas one?
Oh man. The thing that I would love to okay, the Terrifier series is bonkers as it is, right? We got kills that happen in it, some crazy things.
Yeah.
I'll say this: you got Art the Clown. Art the Clown has become ubiquitous as far as I would say a horror character, or killer, famous movie maniac, if you will. What I would love to see, and they probably would never do it for obvious reasons, but I would love to see them do some type of Nightmare Before Christmas thing where he kind of gets trapped in like he, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see him terrify like some like a wholesome like other movie somehow. You know what I mean? That would be really interesting.
For me, the thing that Terrifier has been able to do really well is Art the Clown. And the thing that they have been able to do very well is everything else. I'm not going to lie. It really hinges on this guy.
Yeah.
They brought in a girl for the mythos that I think she does good, but the scripts have always been not solid. Terrifier is one of those movies that you're like, yeah, the gore is good, and that guy is so good playing Art the Clown that I want to keep watching. But
Yeah.
what's going on?
Exactly. And I mean, yeah, I think that the first one, just to be fair, really, um, yeah, it's kind of like set pieces, right? I mean, is there a real plot to the first one?
It's set piece, and it's like here's a character that started as as a short film that ended up into like an anthology series, the All Hallows Eve film,
Right.
and they don't connect, right? Like there's 3 or 4 stories that don't connect, and I still think that All Hallows Eve is probably although we haven't don't have the same actor, unfortunately, like the anthologies format, the portmanteau format, if you will, is still the best way to showcase this character because when you put him in a long form, you've got they've either got to get somebody to like really script out what they're going to do, or just decide, okay, this is what the mythos is going to be. This is what they're going to go with. I think they tried to do mythos in the second one, and I think it partially succeeded. It succeeded enough that it became immensely popular.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, I wouldn't have felt if I saw this in the theater, that I wasted any money doing so. Um, but I definitely see your point. I mean, that, like I said, that's basically how the first one comes off for me, is just like, it seems like you said, it's like a setup to his section. So
yeah,
every time he moves into some, or meets someone new, it just seems like it's a new setup for his little part.
so
Um, yeah,
I'm hopeful because I like Christmas horror.
yeah, oh yeah,
And with that being said, I want to thank you so much, Matty, for coming into the blind ranking, especially with the, let's say, technical issues and not Aaron issues. uh, again, all we need is sleaze, right?
yeah. All we need is sleaze. Just search on Instagram and you can go from there.
There's movies to check out from there. There's a whole Discord server, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure that you're checking that out. Matty K, I want to thank you so much for coming in, and I'll see you guys next time here in the Call to Cinema.